Have you ever seen videos of artists creating beautiful sets with just one tweezer and wondered how in the heck they are isolating? If you have, I am here to break it down for you today. For the set that I'm creating, I will be using pre-made fans as well as our matte collection lashes and applying foreplay to my strips. To set yourself up for success with this technique, you're going to want to use porous lashes as well as a decently quick drying adhesive. I am using Retention OG from Untamed Artistry, which you can shop right from Lost Artistry. When you are not using an isolation tweezer, you are simply using your eyes to identify the lash that you want to apply the extension on. Especially at the beginning, staring at the lash layers and trying to focus on one singular lash with zero isolation can feel really overwhelming, but something that I have found makes a huge impact is making sure that my gel pads are placed perfectly. Even the slightest bit of darkness from the bottom lashes can mess with your depth perception so bad and make the whole process so much more difficult. So really do take that time to focus on getting your gel pads as close to the waterline as possible, especially in the area that you are actively working on. Even if this means you're going to be readjusting them during the service just to get a different area of the lash line. For this reason, whenever I know that I'm going to be moving around my gel pads quite a bit, I always reach for the Flexi Hold gel pads because they can be removed and replaced in a different area unlimited times without losing their stickiness, so I don't have to open an extra pack every time I want to move my gel pad around. When I'm lifting the lid for the single tweezer technique, I'm pushing down on the upper part of the eyelid and it's just giving me that slight lift that I need without opening the eye, as long as I keep my finger pressed down at the same time. Versus if I grab the lid and I pull up, I can see the bottom layer really, really well, but even if I push down, I'm just pushing down on her eyeball and you can see that there's still a slight opening of the eye there. So instead, I'm going to push here, just slightly push back and down, and the eye is nice and closed. For me personally, I find that the lashes on the bottom layer are easiest to see and access and apply extensions to, so I will go in and apply extensions to all the bottom layer lashes, and then once they're applied, I find it easy to hook them onto another lash, getting them out of the way and making it easier to apply my next lash on the layer above. But I have spoken to other artists who find it easier to see the top layer first, then move that lash out of the way to access the middle, and then that one out of the way to access the bottom. There is truly no right or wrong process for this. It is simply about figuring out what works best for you and your eyes. I am also going to tell you right now, there is absolutely no way you are going to know what works best for you the first time that you try this technique. And it is 1000% going to take you practice to train your eyes to see the lash layers in this new way without an isolation tweezer involved. With this being said, if you are looking for a new and eventually quicker way to isolate, this is it. But if you are looking for an instant speed increase with minimal practice, this technique may not be the one for you right now. Whenever I am lashing without an isolation tweezer, it is non-negotiable that I can see the bases of every single layer of lashes. When I'm looking from this angle here, I can easily see the bases of the top layer lashes. You can see them right there. But when it comes to the bottom layer, I really can't see the bases of those lashes until I slightly move and I come over top of my client just a little bit more. And now I can see all of the different layers all the way down to the base of her lash line. So if you're not able to see the bottom layer, you likely just need to slightly reposition your body so that you get a better viewpoint. In addition to moving my body forward over top of her to access the bottom layer. I also can move my body from side to side to access the inner and the outer corner easier. I can also see the bottom layer a little bit easier from the side as well. You can truly move your body however you need to access whatever individual natural lash you are working on. I'm just giving my gel pad a little adjustment so that it's nice and close before I start working on the inner corner. I truly find this technique so helpful for the inner and the outer corner, and I will sometimes even put down my isolation tweezer just for a few lashes out of convenience, because having a finger free to be able to stretch out the inner corner exposes the bases in a way that tape just can't do, on some clients at least. Not only this, but there are oftentimes less layers on the inner corner and outer corner, so with just the littlest bit of a stretch, you can oftentimes get perfectly isolated lashes, which is a great introduction to using this technique with success. Something to note is that if you intend to use the single tweezer technique alone with zero isolation tweezer, it will be impossible to achieve 100% coverage. And this is totally fine. I promise you, you won't even need it. But if you do want higher coverage, or if things start to get crowded where you're working on the lash line and you're struggling to see, you can always pick up your isolation tweezer and resume lashing as normal, which is what you will see me do multiple times throughout this service. I'm getting ready to start adding in my wet lash spikes, and I'm just using a gel pad to help me lift and pull over the inner corner slightly to make it even easier to access those lashes. Now that my whole bottom layer is complete, each time I place a lash before I do it, you will see me hook the two bottom layer extensions nearby to their nearby extensions so that I have clear access to the natural lash that I need. Here is the finished set and mapping. I would love to hear what you think, and if you give this technique a try, please let me know how it goes below. Our team of educators are always here to help however we can. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We post weekly lash tips just like this one to help you grow your business.